Welcome back to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Convo, episode number 51. The conversation I want to get into today, with no big fights in the works for either fighter in Gervonta Tank Davis nor Devin Haney, should they actually start looking at each other to create a mega fight in a lightweight division. Let's look at a few short clips on what both guys had to say about each other in a sparring match and what they also had to say about each other overall and actually facing off. And I'll give you my thoughts on should they face off now or should they wait.
Devin, right now, story I'm hearing a lot is about you and Gervonta and, social media. So everyone's saying you guys sparred, and I heard you say in interviews that you took care of business in that sparring session, but what exactly happened? Some details.
At the end of the day, he know what happened.
What was that sparring session like with you and Devin Haney that night before Adrian Broner fought?
That was great.
Who won? Because they was going back and forth. How was it?
No, you don't win this.
The lightweight champion of the world, Devin Haney. Devin got Gervonta Davis, maybe the biggest fight announced with Leo Santa Cruz, but it seems like you still want that fight. How do we get to Devin versus Tank at some point?
I feel like that's the biggest fight to be made. Not only just in boxing, but I feel like the streets want to see the fight, the boxing fans want to see the fight.
Thank y'all, I appreciate it.
Haney, Kambosos, one of those folks, maybe Garcia. Kambosos was here. You just saw what he did in his fight.
All them guys is easy work. They're easy work, man. Easy work. I'm the top dog.
So you hear both fighters talking about each other. You can kind of get a little bit of a background on both fighters. So in this video, I'm going to break down on why I think it's probably better for these two guys to fight now. And I'm going to kind of give another reason on why they're probably going to wait. But let's go ahead and jump into the now. So the reason why I think they should fight now is because it puts more pressure on Lomachenko and Kambosos. Simple. Both of them got belts. Got a WBC champion in Devin Haney and a WBO regular champion in Gervonta Tank Davis. So I'm not gonna get into all the belts and stuff. I think it's weird, but let's stay with the now. But I think that these two guys, they have a big name, a big following, especially Tank Davis. I think Tank Davis is the biggest star than Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney may be on the wrong network. Not saying he needs to go to BBC or whatever, but I think that the zone is just in a weird spot for all fighters. And I think that the platform that they have is just different. Maybe something that fans just have to kind of get used to, and maybe they can improve on some of the things and help big fighters like Devin Haney become an even bigger fighter. But Devin Haney is a well-known fighter. Let's just be honest. He's a household name. Gervonta Tank Davis, we all know, is a household name. But I think it's a mega fight. And I think it puts a lot of pressure on the rest of boxing and as a whole. If these two guys can put on a show, put on a mega fight, and put their differences to the side, and don't wait on other boxers because you're missing out on so much money. It was a hot boxing with Mike Tyson. He was talking about the same thing. He was talking about instead of waiting on each other and doing all this, share the ring with each other, share the memories, and also you guys can laugh it off when it's all said and done. But I think what's great about this one is the promotional standpoint on it. Check it out. I mean, they had, if you go on YouTube and you can Google some of the same stuff that I did, I just like to try to put it together in a video so you guys can understand where I'm coming from. So they do have a long history with each other. Ever since Devin Haney was 16 years old, and I think Gervonta Tank Davis was like 21 years old, they had a sparring match. And they had a lot of I wouldn't call it beef, but just more competitive. They just competitive. Anytime you play a sport, you're going to be competitive, and a lot of times it comes off as beef. So they just want nobody wants to lose. But I think this could be a mega fight, and I think instead of waiting on Lomachenko and all those guys, I think they need to just get it on and make a statement. They can make a statement for the rest of the weight division, the lightweight division, and they can get some more clarification, because I feel like as a fan, we do deserve to see one of these guys become undisputed. I don't think a fighter should get all the belts and he get to pick and choose. Like, hey, I'm not gonna fight this champion because he hasn't fought anybody. How can anybody say that if you say you guys was was a boxer? And somebody say, well, you ain't fought nobody. That does not make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. If you're a champion, obviously you had to do something to become a champion. And Lomachenko gave up the WBC championship belt. So Devin Haney, whether you call him an email champion or not, he has defended his belt 3 or 4 times already. It don't matter how you get it, it's how you defend it. And Gervonta Tank Davis, we all know he's an animal. So let's get in more to the reason on why I think they will wait. So the sport of boxing is a weird thing. So like I talked about in one of my other videos, it's a business. It's a business. Each one of these guys got their own entities and they got to make money. So if one of these guys take a loss, it could be a loss in their pocket. I hate that the sport of boxing is so commercialized like that now. You know, back in the day, you could take a loss and you can come back. So I think the reason why this fight is going to be postponed or not happen now, is probably going to happen more in the future realistically, is because it's so much money on the line for each fighter. Both fighters are still building their resumes slowly but surely. Both fighters are trying to, you know, like even with the promotional side, they know that these guys got to make enough money, and with a loss, a lot of times it's different. I hate that. I hate that to say it like that, but it's true. It's like I say, it's a business. Gervonta Tank Davis, he may lose a lot of star power if he take a loss. He may lose a lot of star power, or depends on. I put it like this too: if they put on a war, nobody has nothing to worry about. If they both come out unscathed, but they in a dog fight, everybody wins. Everybody wins. Everybody get that respect, and then guess what? They can get right back into a rematch. But then, you know, but I really think that realistically, the fight will probably not happen now. I would like for the fight to happen. I think instead of making excuses on, I gotta wait on Kambosos. What is he gonna do? A real business person never wait on another business to make a move. Either you gonna do something or you ain't. A lot of people can sit on the street and say what they want to do and what they want to have, but then the man that's actually doing a lot of the walking and talking, he's getting what he wants. I can say, hey, I wanna be famous. I wanna have a big YouTube channel, but then I'm sitting on playing the video game, but not taking it serious. So it's the same concept. But I think it's too much money involved for this fight to happen now. Too much money invested in each fighter for this fight to actually take place now. But I think if both fighters, if they would just come, like, get a meeting and say, hey, look, we want this fight. I know it's not simple. It's not that simple, but they can get to a point to where they can push for the fight, for the networks to get the money, everything, the promoters to do what they have to do. Devin Haney is a free agent, basically. He can fight anywhere, so it's no excuses. It's no excuses. It will be a mega fight. I think it needs to be on pay-per-view, Showtime. I think it's more opportunity over there, and I think Devin Haney will make a ton of money, and I think Gervonta Tank Davis will make a ton of money. But then, check this out, guys. I'm going to give you something to think about also. It puts so much more pressure on the other two fighters. Because the only other two fighters, Teofimo is out. He's at 140. So you only got Lomachenko and you got Kambosos. Those are the other two big names right now. And Kambosos, he's still working on his resume and stuff like that. But they got some funny stuff going on over there. I don't really understand. He want to pick who he want to fight, so that's cool. But if I was Tank, if I was Devin Haney, I wouldn't worry about it. I said, y'all do what y'all got to do. We're going to do what we got to do. They set the tone. They put pressure on. Let's picture like this. Let me get back into my point. So if they was to fight, get a contract, all that good stuff, right? It'd be a way bigger fight than Lomachenko and Kambosos. But then what? Guess what? When Kambosos and Lomachenko fight, what they gonna do next? What would they have to gain next? What's the next move? They're gonna have to face one of those two guys. They're gonna have to face one of those two guys. There's no other option. So I would love to see this fight take place, but more than likely it's gonna wait. But you guys let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. That's gonna conclude another episode of Big Bear Boxing Combo, episode number 51. You guys let me know what you think about this topic and all the other topics that I bring up on my channel. you want to see what I'm wearing, shoptachi.com. Follow me on all social media platforms that I'm currently on. Links will be down in the descriptions below. Just want to thank you guys like I do each and every single video. Without you guys, my channel wouldn't be what it is today. So thank you. If you like the video, please try to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so you will not miss out on any upcoming videos on this channel. Just want to thank you guys again for tuning in to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Combo.